Who are you? What's your role? And who do you work for?
Hi, I'm Lily. I'm a distributed systems engineer. I've been in the cloud native Kubernetes space for over 8 years now. The main thing I've been working on is around observability, but I've also had to be on call for managing Kubernetes clusters. And most recently, I've been doing AI infrastructure things.
What are 3 emerging Kubernetes tools that you are keeping an eye on?
I think this KubeCon has really been about AI, but I think that is the future. And I think that Kubernetes itself needs to do a lot more like for native support around running AI workloads, as they are a different way of running workloads compared to just a natural workload. We use GPUs, we like those kind of things. Painfully, I'm aware, are not there yet. So I think that will definitely be one of the things. And I would say eBPF has been another one where a couple of years ago, people haven't even known about eBPF. And now we've gotten to a point where everyone knows about it. Like a lot of people talk about it. And I think those kind of technologies will definitely be in the future, things that allow you to see, like that makes use of the Linux system as well, all the way upwards. And I think that the last one I would say is making Kubernetes even more boring, because I think that is the right way, making it easy to operate and making it easy to manage, making it easy to upgrade as well. So, yeah.
One of our guests, Steven, shared some simple but effective advice on building Kubernetes operators. Keep it simple and use multiple CRDs. Do you have any advice when it comes to operators?
I've been in and around Kubernetes operators, I would say, since roughly the beginning. And I'm really happy how we got from like, let's build an operator for every single thing, to now being like, let's only build an operator when it makes sense. So like keeping it simple makes perfect sense, because we don't want to add like operational overhead to already a complex application. So I completely agree, yeah.
Another guest, Matt, shared that most teams store logs and metrics in Kubernetes without considering the implications of the data they collect. Consequently, they end up paying a hefty price for data that is not actually used. What's your advice on ingesting, storing, and querying metrics in Kubernetes?
I'm most familiar with like Prometheus, for example, and the cardinality can be really high. I'm to blame for some of those things, as well as I was adding kubestate metrics and like various Kubernetes metrics. But there are a lot of features and a lot of observability tooling that you can actually like just omit the metrics and just drop them even before they get ingested. And I would highly recommend doing those. Like Prometheus supports that out of the box, for example.
Another one of our guests, Pierre, discussed how upgrading a Kubernetes cluster isn't just about the control plane and nodes, but also the tools installed in it, such as Ingress Controller, Prometheus, and more. What tools do you use and recommend for upgrading a cluster?
I think that's a really good point. That has been always a pain point. Like even if you have a managed solution for Kubernetes clusters, you do end up with your own workload and then the workloads that you install as well. I tend to just rely on the release notes for any projects to make sure that I see any heads up they give on like deprecated things before upgrading, whether those versions are actually supported. And I also make sure that I do like a test upgrade on a dev cluster or an integration cluster as well, and start with like smaller clusters and then take it from there.
Kubernetes is turning 10 years old this year. What should we expect in the next 10 years to come?
Yeah, like I said, I think making things boring as possible and making things easy to operate even more, and keeping up with the level of technical excellence that Kubernetes has had is what I hope to see in the next 10 years.
How can people get in touch with you?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter, X, whatever it is, Lily Kosic, so Cosic. I'm also on LinkedIn, and I'm trying to get into writing more blog posts, so I'm happy to be encouraged by that as well.